Hey, welcome back, guys. In this video, we're going to practice multiplying and dividing fractions. So we'll start off what's typically taught, which is just flip the second and multiply. I'm going to show you that way, and then I'm going to approach it a different way. But let's refresh our memory what fractions are. The top number is your numerator, the bottom number is your denominator. So the top number, which is the numerator, is your part size, and then the bottom number is your part total. And so basically, there's 5 pieces, and then 4 of them would be selected or shaded. All right, so let's go with 4/5 divided by 1/3. And this is where a lot of teachers get into the habit of just going keep, change, flip, but don't actually explain it. But that's okay. That's another story. So we flip the second, and then we multiply, which is multiplying by the reciprocal. The reciprocal is 3/1. Now, you don't need a common denominator. You're allowed to multiply straight across. 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 1 is 5. Well, the misconception I see is kids will cross multiply. I think that comes from another trick in elementary. I'm going to approach it by getting a common denominator. It's always funny because people are like, you can't do it with a common denominator. You actually can, and I'm going to prove it to you, which is why I started off with how it's traditionally taught. My common denominator is 15. Now, I do want to keep equivalent ratios. I can't leave my numerator the same. I'm going to multiply both of them by 5 to keep it equivalent. And then I'm going to multiply these both by 3 because 3/3 is really 1. So you're actually multiplying by 1. This becomes 12. And now you're going to know that the answer is just 12/5, which is what you already got. All right, let's do another problem. I'm going to continue with the common denominator. I feel like if you're on YouTube looking for help, maybe we need to try a different approach. Divide by 1/3. Our common denominator would be 6. 3 times 2 is 6, so 1 times 2 is 2. And then 2 becomes 6 by 3, and so you'll multiply both of them by 3 to give you 9, and your answer is 9/2, and you're done. If your teacher expects you to simplify 9/2, by all means, you can. I tell my students there's not a number that goes into 2 and 9 evenly without a remainder, then just leave it like that. All right, so let's go to multiplying fraction. As I said earlier, there's no common denominator necessary. You just multiply straight across, which is 3 times 2 over 8 times 3. Which gives you 6/24. Now, you would simplify this because you can divide both of them by 6, which will end up with 1/4. Those are equivalent ratios. All right, let's do another problem. 1/4 times 5/3. I left it like that on purpose in case you had a mixed number and you converted to an improper fraction. This is just 1 times 5 over 4 times 3, which would be 5/12. There's no need to simplify. You're good to go. All right, for here, I suggest that you pause the video, solve both of them, and then come back and see if you got the same answer as I did. All right, well, hopefully you've already tried it. Let's compare our work. Remember, when you multiply fractions, you just multiply straight across. So 1 group of 2 is 2. 8 groups of 9 would be 72. They're both even, so we're going to scale them both down. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and then 72 divided by 2 would be 36. There's no more simplifying for that. All right, so we're getting a common denominator of 72. Now, and that's because 8 and 9 both go into 72 without a remainder. We want to keep the equivalent ratios, so 8 times 9 is 72, and we're going to multiply both of them by 9, which is just 1. And we're not going to use 9 again because it's not 9 times 9 gives you 72. It's 9 times 8, so you end up with 16. And then if you stuck it out this long, I told my kids circle over square if they forget. And then this equals 9/16. There's nothing that goes into 9 and 16 evenly that will not leave a remainder, so that is good to go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more math videos.